In the cold, endless abyss of interstellar space, where the ghosts of ancient wars roamed, and horrors from forgotten ages lay dormant, the universe remained a fractured puzzle of isolated empires. The Proxima Centauri navigation station had long been a sentinel of caution, guiding the cautious races of the galaxy through the treacherous void. No one dared stray from the narrow, carefully plotted FTL corridors, for beyond lay the graveyards of battles between long-dead elder races, fields of cold metal monstrosities, and bioengineered nightmares. Until the day humanity arrived. The generational ship, Indomitable, equal parts battlecruiser and Ark, emerged from the abyss like a scar carved into the fabric of space. It bore the wounds of its journey openly, scorching hull plating, cratered armor, and a faint electromagnetic haze that hinted at the horrors it had encountered. But Indomitable had survived, and its arrival was heralded by the kind of reckless audacity only a species forged by the indifference of a cruel homeworld could exhibit. Inside the navigation station, diplomats and officials from countless species scrambled to make sense of the impossible. The humans had done what no one dared even contemplate. They had ignored the prescribed FTL paths, forging a direct line from Sol to Proxima Centauri. They hadn't just survived, they had cleared a wide, stable hyperspace corridor in their wake, one so vast that entire fleets could travel through it unimpeded. When questioned, the human captain, a grizzled woman with eyes like tempered steel, simply leaned back in her chair, shrugged and said, "We stared at them, and they stared back. But they blinked first. Not my fault our railguns fired just then." The room fell silent, the enormity of her statement sinking in. They blinked first. Humanity's brazen defiance of danger was met with a mixture of awe and terror. The interstellar community quickly convened to make an unprecedented request. If humanity could carve paths through the void, then perhaps they could do it again, on a grander scale. Trade lanes, once fragmented and perilous, could be unified. Ancient neighbors divided by the abyss could reconnect. The humans, ever eager to prove their mettle and seize opportunity, embraced the challenge with gusto. Thus was born the Starplow initiative. The starplows were unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. Gargantuan ships bristling with weaponry, shielded with layers of adaptive armor, and powered by reactors that seemed to hum with boundless defiance. Their mission was simple: to plow through the void, blasting apart the remnants of ancient wars and clearing paths wide enough for entire civilizations to traverse. Their names reflected humanity's dark humor: Juggernaut of Spite, Inevitable Attrition, and Last Laugh, among others. Each starplow was a self-sustaining hive of grim determination, where generations of crew lived and worked in an environment that blended military precision with a kind of chaotic pragmatism. As the starplows ventured into the abyss, they brought back stories of what lay beyond. They spoke of derelict war machines the size of moons, bristling with weapons that still fired autonomously. Of bioengineered predators that could liquefy hull plating with acidic spores. Of planets whose surfaces writhed with the remnants of ancient plagues, and of void-born horrors that defied categorization. But for humanity, these were not tales of terror, they were challenges to overcome. Every encounter was a puzzle to solve, a threat to neutralize, and an opportunity to innovate. The wreckage they collected was recycled into ammunition, armor, and technology. The resources they salvaged fueled their relentless march forward. The galaxy watched in astonishment as humanity transformed the abyss from a graveyard into a network of thriving trade lanes. Journeys that once took years of cautious FTL jumps now took mere months. Isolated civilizations found themselves reconnected, their economies revitalized by the newfound accessibility of the stars. As humanity's influence spread, so too did their reputation. The galaxy came to understand that Turf was no cradle of comfort. It was a world of unrelenting storms, predatory ecosystems, and tectonic fury. A place where survival required adaptability, resilience, and a touch of madness. Humanity carried that legacy into the stars, and in doing so, reshaped the interstellar community. The starplows became symbols of hope and dread. Hope for those who benefited from the newly forged trade lanes, and dread for those who considered opposing the species capable of such feats. When asked why they dared to do what no one else would, a young starplow engineer summed it up with a wiry grin. "Back home, the planet itself tried to kill us every day. Compared to that, the void's got nothing." And so, humanity ploughed onward, clearing the path for the abyss not just for themselves, but for all who dared to follow. The stars, once divided by fear and darkness, were united by the audacity of a species too stubborn to blink.